going on, everybody? Mario here. Guys, I wanted to do a quick review on a fixed blade knife that I found in Walmart, out of all places. Um, this is a fixed blade knife that I've always liked, and for some reason, I started noticing the price point has dramatically dropped on it. And this is the fixed blade knife, the Gerber Prodigy. We're going to talk a little bit about this, and then we'll talk a little bit about why it's being discontinued and why this is a really good buy if you're interested in buying a um, fixed blade knife and not really, breaking the bank for it. So we're going to do a quick tabletop review on this and then tell you guys a little bit more about the specs and what are some of the things that I like and I don't like about it. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys. So now let's talk about the what comes inside of the package once you open it up. Of course, it comes with your blade. It comes with a nice nylon and hard plastic sheath. One thing I do like about Gerber is that they try to make their sheaths so that they can be used on both civilian and tactical or military type of equipment. As you guys can see, you can actually put it through your belt loop, or you can use the Molly system. Or if for some reason you have a plate carrier, you can place this, take this out, and place this in between your plate carrier and your chest area. It also comes with a strap. I believe this strap is for your leg if you happen to use it through the belt loop, and you want to make sure that it stays in place as you're wandering around the woods. So very cool. It also comes with a detail manual. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. What comes in the box once you open it up. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the actual blade itself and some of the specs and some of the things that I don't like about the blade. All right. All right, guys. So now let's talk a little bit more about the actual blade and what are some of the things that I like about this fixed blade knife. First of all, it's a full tang, and it has a rubber molded grip that runs around it. The grip is actually really good. Um, it keeps your hand in the it has good grip with your hand. I happen to have like medium sized hands to small hands, guys. So believe me, for me, it feels real good on the hand. I do like some of the contours that it has um, on the actual handle. Especially if you're doing some carving or stuff like that, you need to put some leverage on there. I'm glad that it has some chimping in here. It's actually on the grip itself, though. So pretty interesting. There's some more here towards the back. The other aspect that I do like about it is that you can put a lanyard, got a lanyard hole in there, but you can also use this tip here to break glass, or you can use it as a defensive weapon. And if you need to hit somebody with it, you could definitely hurt somebody. Um, Other things that I really do like about this, guys, if you guys are not very familiar with Gerber's lifetime warranty, if you live in the U.S., this has a lifetime warranty, guys. This is a no questions asked kind of a warranty. I can tell you guys through my years in the military, I've had to turn in quite a few things to Gerber, and no questions asked. I usually either replace it or fix what I have. I've never had any issues with them. Okay, guys. So a little bit about the steel. It's 420 hard carbon steel. I know that it's probably not the greatest, but I think it does the job for what you need to do it. Yes, it has a tendency of rusting, but it's just like anything else. If you lubricate it and you keep it clean and keep it away from moisture, it'll last you a long time. Another thing that I really do like about the 420 hard carbon steel, that I can always get a good um, edge on it, and that's always been important to me. Um, the other aspect that I really do like about this is that the actual Prodigy comes in different types of configurations. There's some that have some serrations here, and there's also another one that has a tanto edge on there. Well, depending on what you like or what you like to use, this knife will definitely meet all those purposes. Now let's talk a little bit about the history of this knife, guys. This knife actually is um, it's part of the evolving. It's pretty much an evolvement of the LMF2, which is a previous version of this. The previous version of the LMF2 was actually very similar, but it was thicker. It was a lot thicker, and it had a tendency of being a little bit uh, on the weight side. It was a little bit heavy, but it did a lot of good things for Gerber. It definitely brought it up to where it needed to be. Um, and the Prodigy is the pretty much the mini version of the LMF2 with a lot of new features on it. Obviously, they made the handle a lot skinnier. It maintained the 420 hard carbon steel. A lot of people like to say that this is very similar to the Bears grills, but I would probably, say that they're probably full of crap. Because I believe some of the Bear Grill stuff is actually made in China. It wasn't even made in the U.S. What are some of the other things that I really like about this knife? One of the main things that I like about it, I love the grip, but I love the fact that it's very light. By itself, it's 7.25 ounces, and actually, with the actual sheath and everything, it's 12 ounces. So, if you guys ever had to carry stuff in the woods for a very long time, ounces actually equal to pounds in the long run when you're carrying stuff. So, you want to carry something that's lightweight, that's going to do the job. And I am very certain that this knife can do the job for you. This is probably one of the best kept secrets in the knife world. A lot of people have a tendency of not liking Gerber because it is a brand that they make so many knives that people just have a tendency of not being thinking that the company is as credible as it needs to be. But I can tell you guys from my 18 years in the military, I've used Gerber products all that time, and I've had maybe one or two failures, and that's because I just really beat the crap out of the actual um, um, equipment, But for the most part, every Gerber knife I ever bought, every multi tool I've ever had, they have been outstanding, very reliable, and I would not be telling you guys this if I didn't believe in the product. Now, just as a disclaimer, just I don't want you guys thinking that Gerber paid me any money to make this review. In reality, this is just a soldier's point of view on the Gerber brand and what are some of the things that I do like about it. Um, to me, one of the things that I wish that Gerber would have done a little bit differently would have been if maybe there would have been a version of this in a maybe a 12 is it 1280 high carbon steel, maybe a stainless steel. I believe there is a stainless steel version of this. I'm not very sure, so don't quote me on it. um, but oh, another thing I forgot to tell you guys, this knife is actually being discontinued due to the popularity of the Gerber strong arm. Now the Gerber strong arm has been um, a very, very good knife, guys. It's actually a little bit different than this one, not only on the grip but the blade itself. I think that Gerber learned a lot from the Prodigy and from the LMF2, and I think what they've created with the Gerber Strong Arm um, has been really great, guys. I can tell you that the Gerber Strong Arm has been the probably one of the number one. I think their top fixed blade knife sold since it was brought up. I think 2 years ago. And for me and a lot of the retailers here always run out of that blade for some reason. There's times where they have 12 in stock, and then like within a week they're gone. and uh, and it's really hard to get the Gerber strong arm. And I wasn't really looking forward for to the Gerber strong arm, but guys, but for the most part, this is usually going between 70 or $75 normal retail, and now they're being dropped down to $39 at Wally World due to being discontinued. So, I mean, if you guys are looking for a really good fixed blade knife, guys, and you can't wait for the strong arm, this is a great way to go. You're not going to lose anything uh, by going from a strong arm to the Prodigy. I think they're both just as capable. Obviously, one is a little different in in the actual grip and maybe the blade itself, but for the most part, they're great knives, guys. And I can tell you guys, Gerber has always been good to me as far as whenever I needed to use one of their knives. It's always worked for me. I've never had any issues of it, and the best thing about it is I've never gotten hurt from a Gerber product. So take it for what it's worth, guys. So this is pretty much my tabletop review of the Gerber Prodigy, guys. So I hope that you guys go out there and pick one at your local Wally World. And I can definitely tell you that this is a good buy, something that'll last you for a long, long time. And it's something that you can even pass on to your kids, because I really think that these knives sometimes outlast their owners. All right, guys. Like always, God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and I'm out.